David Brody, it's Christian Broadcasting. David?
Thank you, Mr. President, Mr. Prime Minister. Both of you have criticized the Iran nuclear deal and at times even called for its repeal. I'm wondering if you're concerned at all as it relates to not just the National Security Advisor, Michael Flynn, who is recently no longer here, but also some of those events that have been going on in communication with Russia, if that is going to hamper this deal at all, whether or not it would keep Iran from becoming a nuclear state. And secondly, on the settlement issue, are you both on the same page? How do you exactly term that as it relates to the settlement issue? Thank you.
Michael Flynn, General Flynn, is a wonderful man. I think he's been treated very, very unfairly by the media, as I call it, the fake media in many cases. And I think it's really a sad thing that he was treated so badly. I think in addition to that, from intelligence, papers are being leaked, things are being leaked. It's criminal action, criminal act, and it's been going on for a long time before me, but now it's really going on. And people are trying to cover up for a terrible loss that the Democrats had under Hillary Clinton. I think it's very, very unfair what's happened to General Flynn, the way he was treated, and the documents and papers that were illegally, I stress that, illegally leaked. Very, very unfair. As far as...
Now, as you heard, he made it very clear that what he was talking about was not that the man was fired, but that the media was savaging this man, dragging him through the mud for a possible mistake. Now, I don't know what the investigation showed. I do know that he did an investigation. He did what presidents, I would hope, would do, which was he was told by the acting attorney general that this was a problem, that this could be a problem. And he directed an investigation be done. He did not act by firing the man, which is something that we've all been worried about as far as President Trump, about his ability to act without thinking. Okay, so he goes through the process, he gets the facts, he finds out there is no crime according to his investigation, and then he turns around and it's left to him to decide what the punishment will be. That's why it took a few weeks to go through this. It's not like we're talking about months here. We are talking about weeks, not even 3 yet. And I don't understand what the problem was. He did his job in the way I would hope every president would do it, and not just throw someone to the wolves without the information to know whether or not there was a crime committed or not. This man had a reputation. As a general, he did his job well. Evidently, what did happen that we know of is that that Flynn did not, when asked, give a clear answer. We don't know what that answer was. We don't even know what was talked about as far as the sanctions go. We just know it was mentioned. He was asked a question. He answered it. Evidently, one of two things probably happened. One, he's not a very good note taker, not a very good pencil pusher, paper pusher, whatever you want to call him. And evidently, either that happened or the fact is he answered a question without going back, checking his facts, and giving a correct answer, making sure it was the best answer he could give. One of those two things does not make him a bad person. It just means he made a mistake, and that's all it means. What Trump is obviously referring to is the way the media has lost its mind again, as it did all last year, have decided that this is their moment where they can prove that they were right. They are already talking about impeachment proceedings, and the FBI has already announced there is no charges coming. The there is no story here, except for the fact that Trump actually did control himself enough when a situation required it not to overreact. And unfortunately, the media is overreacting, and that is the problem. That has been the problem for over a year now. And I'm sorry, if this does not turn into something a lot worse than what it looks like now, I believe the media, the national media, the so-called respected media, will have even less credibility than a tabloid would have. That is sad. We need a strong media that will go out and report facts. I don't mind if they give opinions. They do report the facts. The problem is that they spend all their time spouting off about opinions that by the time you get off from listening to the story, you have forgotten most of the facts. They just smother the facts with all their opinions. That's the problem, and that has to stop. Thank you.